You're watching The Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Hey guys, it's me, Jena, and the Alfie, and we are here for Space Cadettes. No Bean this week. I think she has finals, so you're gonna. Sorry, I just got back from the movies. Saw a movie, kind of made me cry a little bit. But anyways, what I wanted to ask you was, how do you feel about TV shows nowadays? Like how they're done now, like how they do The Flash, where it's weekly. I always feel like I'm missing stuff, but how they do Letterkenny, where they'll drop a whole season in one day and I watch it all in one day. And then I have to wait a year for another season. But when I get to weekly shows, I feel like I forget to watch them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I have mixed feelings.
Yeah.
Because now that I'm really thinking about it, like me and Dee Dee were watching what's that Sylvester Stallone show that came out recently?
Is it the one where he's like becomes mayor or something, or at the head of the town?
Yeah, basically.
Oh gosh.
Well, he's not a mayor, but oh man, we were so into it. Like we were watching it every week. We were watching it. Now I suddenly can't remember the name of it.
Mr. Producer put Tulsa King.
Yes.
That okay.
That's it. Dee Dee and I were watching it every week.
Yeah.
And that was like our thing. Like
yeah.
it came out on a day where we were both off. So it was like, cool, this is what we're watching. We're having a good time. And I love that show. It's a good show. It's an excellent show. Everyone should watch Tulsa King, honestly. But sometimes if you're the type of person where it's like, oh man, I have very limited time to watch stuff. I can only watch stuff in a day. I want to binge. Then that's what you do. I have mixed feelings about waiting for something to come out as opposed to something happening all at once.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's like, okay, well, I have a day. I'll watch 12 to 14 hours of a thing at once and call it good.
Yeah.
And it's excellent.
Yes.
And then other times it's like, oh, well, I kind of like waiting for the next episode. Or I'm watching it with someone. I think mainly the watching it with someone really drives me to wait.
Okay.
For the next episode.
Because me and Jay were watching The Last of Us, and it was like weekly, and I think we got to which was the episode with the dudes and the happy story?
Episode 3.
Yes. We got to episode 3, and we're like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that we have a week break, because that episode took a toll on my heart. And then like the next episode dropped, and we got halfway through it, and then something happened, and we had to go do stuff, and then we completely forgot to watch the rest of it.
Yeah, and I mean that happens, and that's what happens with the weekly watch.
Yeah,
but you also need the emotional break.
Yes. Because we were watching
with that type of show.
What other show? There was another show that All of Us Are Dead. It's on Netflix. It's a K-drama with the zombies in a high school, and it's really, really good. And there was one episode. Spoiler alert! It's already been out for over a year, so maybe it's not a spoiler. But the best friend of the one of the head dudes of the group is always made fun of by one of the chicks there, who she keeps calling him poor and stuff like that. Well, he ends up still surviving. And what she does is she takes something and she infects him. And then, he sacrifices himself so that way he doesn't infect everybody else. We had to take like an hour break and then went back and watched it. So there, that's the spoiler. I think it took us 2 days to watch the whole season. But like I said, we had 2 days. We watched it. That was it. And I think they've already announced season 2. So I'm super excited.
Well, it's like, I also have certain things where it's like, okay, I can watch it alone and I won't feel bad for watching it without Dee Dee or watching it without anyone else. It's like, okay, no, I can just watch this. It's fine.
Yeah. It does get hard though. There's so much to watch.
Yeah. And then there's so many other things that they want to watch too. And I'm just like, we don't have time. I think just basically being close with people and trying to watch stuff together and trying to keep up with it. And there's so many things. It's really difficult.
Yeah.
And like, I think I even now tell Dee Dee, like, hey, dude, I'm going to watch stuff without you. And that's just going to happen.
Yeah.
But I have no problem rewatching it if it's good.
Yeah.
Like, if he, we really wanted to watch Renfield together, and we obviously didn't. But if he wants to see it together, like, at home,
yeah,
totally fine. Or if he wants to see it alone and talk to me about it, 100%. Super down. I rewatched it again today. So
I super enjoyed it too.
Yeah. No, I love that movie. So that's gonna be one of my feel-good movies. Like, oh, I'm having a bad day, I'm gonna put on Renfield.
I always put on so whenever I'm having just like meh days, I'll put on movies like The Day After Tomorrow or like 2012, like natural disaster movies where like 75% of the planet's just gone now. Like goodbye. Like disaster movies. That is my go-to feel-good movies.
Dude, actually, my number one go-to feel-good movies are Basketball.
I love that movie.
That's like probably that's in my top 10 of like actual favorite movies.
I love that movie.
I will watch that movie, turn it off, turn it back on again. I love that movie so much. And Slam and Salmon.
Slam and Salmon. I don't know that one.
Oh my god. Okay. At some point, I think you, Bean, and I, we're just gonna have to have a day of watching Slam and Salmon because it's so good. Yeah, it's a broken lizard movie.
What is it about?
Like, these waiters get told by the owner of the restaurant, like, hey, you have to make this amount of tips, and then I'll reward you something. I'll reward you a trip, I think is what the thing was.
Okay.
But it's just insane and goofy. And it's so fun. I think it's one of Michael Clark Duncan's last movies. I feel like that was like close to when he passed away, unfortunately. But he was so funny in that movie. Like, there was a scene where he talks to someone, and the character is like, oh, well, no, my name's Metadropes or Metadrops or something like that. And it's like, oh, well, why doesn't it sound like that when I say it? It's like, I don't know, it's Metadropes. Meat drapes. Why doesn't it sound like that when I say it? Meat drapes. And it's just so funny. Like, he is willfully just willfully not knowing anything, and it's so funny throughout the whole thing. There's like a whole scene where he tells someone to like he's with a client that's Japanese, and he's with a Japanese interpreter, and he tells her to say something, and she starts saying in Japanese, and he's like, no, that's not what I said. I told you to say this. And he wants her to just say it in English. It is so absurd and ridiculous and funny. 10 out of 10 would watch again. And Broken Lizard has a new movie coming out soon, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's their first movie in a while. I can't remember what it's called now, though. Oh, Quasi. Yes.
Oh, Quasi. Okay.
Jay has it. Yeah, it's the movie where it's like Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh no.
Yeah, and like each actor is playing two people.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah, I think it's going to be ridiculous and fun, and I am so excited.
It's on Hulu. Is it on Hulu or is it out?
Is that the movie that came out on 420?
It did. Well, it looks like we know what we're watching after we're done recording.
Yeah, I was I don't know what I was doing, but I was busy.
I feel like, wasn't that a Tuesday? We had to be at work. We were doing another show.
Yeah, and then we were sleeping.
Yes. No, it was a Thursday. That's what it was. So we were doing another show, and then we were doing the sleeping. Yes. Oh, do you know what's a movie I finally watched that I know Preston's going to be excited about if he watches this? Because he's been hounding me to watch this for months, and I finally did. It's Joe versus the Volcano.
I thought you had watched that months ago.
No, that was only been a couple of weeks now. I know time has no structure.
I sincerely feel like you said that you had watched this months ago.
That was only a couple of weeks ago.
It definitely wasn't a couple weeks ago.
Okay, it was the beginning of April.
Yeah, not a couple weeks ago.
Not a couple of months ago. Like True. 8 months ago.
We can come to an agreement in the difference of time.
But have you seen it?
No.
So it's got Tom Hanks, who thinks he's gonna die, and they give him this thing called the fog brain or something. Is what the doctor says it's gonna be.
Fog brain?
Yeah, it was something like you could tell was fake, but he believed it because at the time he was a hypochondriac. And he was like, well, if I'm going to die, I'm going to go take this chick on a date. And it's Meg Ryan. And Meg Ryan plays 3 different characters in this movie.
Wait, real quick. Okay, was Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan the main people in it was a three-word movie.
Sleepless in Seattle.
No, that's not what I'm thinking of.
Oh no.
I think it might be You've Got Mail.
I think it is. Hold on. Now who was in You've Got Mail? I don't even remember.
I think it's You've Got Mail because I remember having a laughing coughing fit in You've Got Mail.
It is Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks.
Like, my parents told me to leave the theater because I was laughing too much. They would not come out with me. They were just like, go out in the hall and wait. Like, go out in the hall and, like, have your little laughing fit. This was a different time.
What part of it was that funny?
I don't know. I think it's where, like, it was at some point where some kid kept saying, like, oh, I know how to spell this, F-O-X, and I just lost it for some reason constantly. I couldn't keep it together, and my family was just like, please leave.
Your family chose the movie.
Yeah, like go out into the hall you can come back into the theater when you've calmed down. And I was just like, okay. And this was a different time where I guess you could just leave children out into the movie theater halls. Because that was not the first time where they told me to leave.
Oh my gosh. I remember when the first Lord of the Rings movie came out, my grandfather dropped me off at the movie theater and he was like, just I'll be back after a while. And I watched the movie twice that day. And then he came back to pick me up. Yeah.
That's long.
It was a $3 movie theater.
I'm not saying it was expensive. I'm saying that's a long movie.
I watched it twice that day.
Yeah.
The first time I watched it, it was in the morning, and I was the only person in the movie theater.
The only person willing to wake up that early.
Like I said, he had a job to do. It was summer, I think, and he dropped me off, and he was like, "Here's $20. I'll be back this evening." I watched Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring twice, and I had some nachos, and I played the arcade games. Time Crisis. And then when the second one came out, I was like, "Oh, I want to go back," and I did it again. So for each of the Lord of the Rings movies, when they came out, I watched them twice in one day. It kind of just became like a habit. Tradition.
Oh, I do remember in the middle of like the B scene of the X-Files movie, I got really scared.
Oh.
So my family was just like, okay, well, go into the hallway. I was like, okay, I will leave. And then I don't remember if I ever went back.
Oh, man.
I might have just stayed out in the hallway for the whole time, or I might have gone back at a certain point. I was like 6 or 7. I don't remember.
They took you to the X-Files movie in kindergarten.
But I mean, I think I saw Mimic in theaters too. Like, I mean, man. They took me to almost every movie. The only movies I was not allowed to see, City of Angels, don't know why, and Saving Private Ryan.
Wow.
Both of which I still have not seen.
Saving Private Ryan is like a classic. I really enjoyed that movie.
I haven't seen it. I was not allowed to see it as a child. So I didn't see it. Same with City of Angels.
I'm trying to remember if I've seen City of Angels. Like, I can't remember.
The best angel, along with George Clooney. I just like bringing it up. It's funny. It's fun.
Somebody's gonna be watching this in the future, be like, "Oh, George Clooney as an angel? What movie is this?"
City of Angels. Oh no, I'm sorry, Batman.
Why do you have to hurt me?
I mean, what is a bat but an angel that's dark?
Oh my gosh. Oh no. Okay, so what is a movie that so we've already discovered what our comfort movies are, right? Like these are movies, the 2 movies that you've never seen because in the theater. What's one movie that if they like, because during the summer, movie theaters do a lot of like bringing back classics. Last year, I went and resaw Jaws in theaters. Or was that this year? I can't remember. I think it was earlier this year. No. Last year, I went and saw Jaws in theaters. Remastered. It was so good. And then when we were at this theater, they were replaying Footloose. What is a classic movie that you would like to have like remastered and brought back to theaters?
Lost Boys.
I want to see that in theaters too. Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Also, the movies that you listed, I would like to see in theaters. I don't feel like they have like a deep meaning or like a deep.
They're classics, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I would just like to see them. Like, I don't particularly care for Jaws. I don't particularly care for The Shining. I think they're fine movies, but I don't care for them.
Okay,
I can appreciate them.
Yeah. Okay.
And I would love to see them in theaters, but I don't. They will never be on my list of like top 10.
Yeah. I think one of the classic ones I would like to watch is Tim Curry's It,
which I personally own, and I've seen, and it's fine.
I love that one. Like it feels it's a classic in my book, and I think it would do really well in a theater again.
And the thing is that yes, it is a classic.
Yeah.
But for me, that doesn't mean that it's great. That doesn't mean that it's perfect. That doesn't mean that it has to be in my top 10.
Oh,
you know
no.
I mean?
I just want to know what kind of classic movies you would like to see in theaters.
Yeah, I mean that one is fine. I wouldn't be against seeing in theaters, but that is like 3 hours.
I don't think it was in theaters to begin with. Wasn't it like a TV
It was
series?
a miniseries.
Yeah, that's what it was. So it's never been in theaters. But can you imagine how well it would do in theaters? Like, it just feels...
Oh, it would probably do really well in theaters.
Tim Curry was like the perfect Pennywise.
Perfect for his time, yeah.
Oh, why?
Well, I'm just gonna say I think that as time goes on, I think that different Pennywises are more acceptable.
Okay.
Or not more acceptable, more current, I suppose.
Okay, kind of like keeping up to date with what people fear now.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
Also, I think I'm a bad person to ask about with clown stuff because I've never been afraid of clowns.
I haven't either. I feel terrible because people like they're deathly afraid of clowns, and I think they're kind of annoying.
I think they're kind of fun.
Some of them can be fun, but there are certain ones when you go to like a circus or something and they just like want to get right up on you, and I'm just like, dude, I don't know.
Oh yeah, like
you're in my personal bubble.
When I went to a haunt, clowns were getting like all up in my space, but I would give back to them the same stuff. They were like they would get up on me and be like, "Oh man, you smell good," and I'd just be like, "Oh yeah, I took a shower."
Took a shower.
Or like, "Oh yeah, I've been sweating the whole time. It's really hot and humid here." Like I wouldn't really give like the scary response, like the I'm scared response. I was just like having a good time. Like,
yeah,
I don't care, whatever. Oh, I would like to see Big Trouble in Little China in theaters. I think that would be fun.
I love that movie.
I love that movie too. I think that would be fun.
Like giant IMAX, just
yeah, and I think like Street Fighter with Raul Julia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The good one. The one where my clown painting in the back, that's the one that I repainted from the show, from that movie.
Oh my gosh.
The Bison Gacy. Yeah, like I painted that from that movie because I was like, I can't afford to buy a print. I need it.
But this does look like a really good summer for movies and classic movies that they're going to be showing at all the theaters. I'm excited. I'm going to spend so much money at the movies.
Maybe that's a good place to spend the movies. Or to spend the money. You know what? I can't even talk anymore. I've lost it.
Oh God.
I've lost the script. It's gone.
But yeah, so also I saw on the lineup that they're putting Titanic back in theaters. And I'm just sitting here like, dude, please, no, not again.
They already put Titanic back in theaters.
Yeah, and they're bringing it back.
I will not be going with my mom. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Again.
I saw it when it came out originally 3 times with my mom.
I only saw it once in theaters, and that was quite enough.
3 times back in 1998. I think that's when it came out.
Now, if they were to add zombies or something, I think I could watch it again, but I don't think I could watch it again without that.
No.
The real reason they shrunk the Titanic, right?
Yeah, dude, I can't do it again. And like at a certain point, like, the theater was so full that at some point, me and my mom were just sitting on the stairs. It was a whole thing. It was huge.
That's crazy.
And then we have the VHS.
The 2-pack VHSs?
Yep, we do.
Those made me so mad. So at my grandparents' house, they have 2 sets of them. They have one that's blue and one that's gold. And if you watch after the bloody hour of credits, there's deleted scenes and extras. And I'm just sitting here like, what did you delete? What? Ugh.
I sincerely think that if I have any money and I take my mom to like any of the Titanic museum type things, she'd be like, yes, absolutely. Oh, I just forgot that my mom watches this show. Hey mom, at some point maybe we'll go. Jay, bleep all of this out.
It's going to be in IMAX restoration or restoration IMAX or whatever they call it. Do you remember back in the day when IMAX used to only be at like the major museum down here? Now IMAX and everything feels like it's everywhere.
No, I feel like IMAX is only it's in the museum and it's in the it's not the Star Cinema, it's the it starts with an S. I can't think of it though.
Cinemark?
No.
No, that's a C. Oh. Ugh.
No, it's like
now they have XD is what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
Oh no.
Who cares? We're not going. Unless maybe my mom wants to go to a Titanic thing at that theater.
Oh no.
For Mother's Day, because that's coming up.
I don't know when it's, I think. Oh, and they're also doing Purple Rain is coming to theaters in
Is that coming to theaters for Mother's Day? Because that's absolutely something I could take my mom to.
No, oh my gosh, I can't remember what they're doing. Like there's a special one they're doing for Mother's Day. You should take her to Evil Dead Rise. That's what you should take her to.
That's not her type of thing.
Oh.
That's more of my type of thing.
Oh my gosh, what was it?
And for my birthday, I'll be at the store, so it doesn't matter.
Wizard of Oz. I think that's what's going to be there for Mother's Day.
Oh, I don't know if she likes Wizard of Oz that much. I know she likes Purple Rain that much.
Purple Rain. I really like Purple Rain.
Yeah, I know she likes that much. And she likes Titanic that much. I don't know about Wizard of Oz.
I totally forgot when Mother's Day is. It's the 14th, right?
Yep. It's the Sunday before my birthday. It's always the Sunday before my birthday.
Yes, they're showing it at the Showbiz, The Wizard of Oz. That's the classic movie they're going to have there.
Okay.
Let me see what Cinemark is doing, because Cinemark's also doing it too.
Also, man, when does this episode air? Because my mom's going to see this. And I feel so bad.
You need to make sure this is the only one she doesn't see.
I feel so bad.
Why? Because you don't want to go see Titanic with her?
No. It's just, I don't even know what's coming out on that weekend. I don't know what she wants to do.
Take us to break.
Oh, yeah. Hey, by the way, just like the Titanic, let's take a break.
You know how when you go to Comic-Con, after Comic-Con, you go to the hotel bar, and there's a whole bunch of people playing music and dancing, and you've got Pikachu and Lara Croft Tomb Raider doing the cha-cha slide just down from Deadpool and Batman and Wonder Woman? That's every Saturday night over on the Experience Twitch channel. Join Taji Beats for the EXP Dance Party, exclusively on Twitch, twitch.tv/the_EXP. Programming on the EXP is made possible by viewers like you, or your local comic shop, or that Kickstarter you backed, or the publisher you like, or comic industry professionals who want to share a message with the world. Really, anyone who wants to advertise with us can. If you're interested in seeing a product you know and love, or are creating, or are publishing, or are involved with, advertised here on The Experience, and having your message shared with our viewers, please reach out by scanning the QR code below or visiting our website and using the contact form.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Hello. We're back.
Gasp.
Super gasp. Loads of gasps. And even more Grubelfaffel. So I think both of us are going to be showing off things that we got from Free Comic Book Day and talking about that, and just maybe stuff that we're excited about as far as comic book far as comic books go.
Oh my gosh. Free Comic Day was so much fun this year. At our store, we had 3 really cool guests. We had Ben Humanick. He's a high school teacher, but he's also a writer, and he's created his own books that he's put out. There was Chris Foreman, who's an amazing artist. He does really cool covers and stuff. And then there was Daniel Scott Jr. of Pop Rap Art. And I thought what was really cool of his art is he actually takes candy wrappers and he makes it into art. I actually got something from each guest too. Kind of want to show off. I think you got something from one of the guests too. Did you want to show it off first?
Well, I think you actually got me something from Pop Rap Art. And his name is Daniel Scott Jr.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love this print. Like, I love it so much. And I believe it's Department of Truth.
Yeah.
Which I love. I love this so much. This will end up on my wall or ceiling somewhere. I'm so happy with this.
I'm glad. So this was one of the things that I got from him. Green Lantern. Look how good it is. Oh, he does this all with candy wrappers. What was cool was
real quick. Sorry. He did the stars in the eyes too.
That's so cool. And so what he did was he actually had a box there. He had a bowl of candy. And so he was like, you can have as much candy as you want. Just make sure you put your wrappers in the box because I need them. And I was like, yo, Beth, here we go. He had like 4 pieces of candy right there. I was like, nom, here you go. And then I got a big print from him too.
Which that is so beautiful.
This ghost spider, or as other people know, it's like Spider-Gwen. Oh, I don't
understand how he does the color gradient. That's crazy.
He has a TikTok and an Instagram where he actually has videos, like fast forwarded videos, time lapse videos of him doing it. Oh, they're so interesting to watch. Oh my gosh. And then what I got from Chris Foreman, actually Jay got this from Chris Foreman. So he was doing commission art, like he was doing like small little things for like kids free all day. And then I was like, hey, let me give you some money and can you make something for Jay? And Jay was like, sure, can you do the shield, the Superman shield, because Superman's his favorite. And look what he did. It's kind of crooked. There we go. Oh, like it just all willy-nilly, do, all done. I was like, how dare you have so much talent? Oh, it was so, like, his art's so good. And then with Ben being there, this is his newest book. So a lot of his stuff is about like teens and stuff, learning things and getting powers and, you know, really cool stuff. This is his new one. It's called Bro D Can't Be Broken. From Band of Bards. And he actually did, where'd it go? Because so he also did a special nameplate where he signed it with our names and he drew something on there because he's the artist and the writer of his books. I was like, that's so cool. Too much talent. There's too much talent amongst all of these people here.
Man, I was kind of broke this time around, but I try to make it a point to buy from any artist that is at the store.
Yeah.
And now that I know their names, at some point, sometime soon, next paycheck, I will buy something from them.
And then probably below, Jay will probably put their socials or somewhere. Like he'll do magic and he'll put them there for people to find. Because I super enjoy watching Daniel's videos because watching him like twist and turn and tear and glue and just, oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, because honestly, like looking at Daniel's art, it's one of those things that's like, oh, I want to try to do this, which doesn't make any sense because I can't do this, but it looks so cool and I love it.
It's such an original concept to me.
Yeah, it's like I love seeing the art of Daniel and the art of Chris and Ben, just and all these other artists that we have at the store. Sometimes it's just like, oh man, you really inspire me to get back into doing things.
Yes.
Like, oh man, I kind of miss drawing. I kind of miss doing any sort of art.
Every single time I'm like, oh, I need to get back into painting. What am I doing? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. All right. Let us show off the books that we got this year. There was a lot of books. And then our store didn't even get all of them. But, oh my gosh, there were so many books. Oh, show off yours first.
Okay, I'm going to start off with one that I definitely read. Fish Flies. Dude. Jeff Lemire. I love it.
Yeah.
He did the art and the writing.
Amazing.
And it's just, I feel like it's going to be weird.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be off the chain. It has the same feel that Phantom Road does. And I believe that he does Phantom Road.
Oh, that sounds, yes, I think you're right.
I'm so excited. I have no idea where this is going, and I'm so excited for it.
That sounds awesome. Oh my gosh. There's so many books. I don't even know. I'm trying to pull one of each of the top colors so that way I can show off an example of something.
Well, admittedly, I haven't read all the ones I got, so...
Okay. Actually, let me just, I'm going to explain something really quick for everybody. So when you get these and it says free comic book day on the top, the green ones mean for all ages. Where is it? Oh, here we go. The blue ones are usually for teen and up. And then I can't find one, but I know I have one. Alfie, I think you were just holding one up. The ones that have the red titles. Did you have it? Yes, perfect. So the ones that have the red titles like that, those are meant to be for adult also. So if anybody out there, you go in and you're like, hey, I want it. The green for all ages, blue for teens, and red is for adult. So the one that Alfie just showed was red. Okay, what's next?
Oh. Am I doing one?
Yeah, you're showing off your whole stack.
Oh. I haven't read my whole stack.
Well, I haven't read my whole stack either, but I still want to show off the things that I got.
Okay. The Cursed Library from Archie Horror Presents, which is teen. I will say I'm pretty certain that this is just Veronica Final Girl.
Yeah, because I flipped through it. That's how it felt.
Yeah, no. I because I had read this previously for another for a minute to skim it, and I was like, wait, this is so familiar. And it's the Final Girl one, but it adds a little bit more to it. It turns it into Cursed Library, which was fun. I did enjoy it either way. It was a good book, and I love the Archie horror stuff.
Yeah.
So fun. So fun. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Nice. All right, what's next?
Oh. For kid stuff. Dogman and the League of Misfits.
Oh my gosh. Captain Underpants is coming back.
Yes.
So excited.
I love Captain Underpants, and this was so fun. This was put together as like something that the authors had made like ages ago, and they finally made into print. I don't know how true that is. But either way, it was fun. It was so goofy, and they had like claymation in it.
That sounds interesting.
It was so fun. I love this book. It was so fun. It brought back some like childhood memories, and it made me feel like a kid again. And I love it. 10 out of 10 would read again.
Nice. What else you got?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, okay. Show me your whole stack. Tell me everything.
Well, I haven't read the whole stack.
You don't have to have read it. It's just what you got.
Okay. Well, I will say Night Terrors. I did read that.
The artwork in the back is so amazing.
Yes. Okay. So the way that Night Terrors I understand is working is that like each series is gonna be a like the worst nightmare of whoever is the main character.
Oof.
Like I think it's supposed to only be like a couple issues, like 2 to 4 issues of each character.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be their worst fear. I'm really excited for Joker's because he's working at Wayne Tech.
Oh my god. That is terrible.
I'm so pumped. Like, this looks so fun. I'm so excited for this. And the art is insane.
Yes, it is.
Like, oh. Am I allowed to show?
Yeah, you can show them off. Because by the time this airs, it'll be in. Everybody will have a chance to get it out there.
Okay. Well, I'm going to show off some of this.
Oh, the Matina covers. Oh, yeah. So pretty.
Sorry, I'm having a problem like figuring out my left and right. And then I think there's these are really cool too.
Oh my gosh, yes. Amazing artwork. If you guys are wanting the terror stuff coming out of DC, please get down to your LCS or your local comic shop. Make sure it's on your pull box. I have a feeling some of these special covers, like the Matina covers and stuff, are going to sell out. All right, I'm going to show off my stack because I have, like, let me kind of give you guys an example. This is my stack. I have a lot. And Alfie looks so taken in by the artwork. It is amazing in that book. It really is.
Oh, I will say real quick.
What's up?
Look at this. Wonder Woman and Red Hood.
Oh my gosh, I know. Don't they look, the concept art in there is so good too. And in that book, the beginning of it is part of the story, and then the second half of the book is in fact like the concept art and the special covers. So there is a story in the book too. So I know a couple people were like, "Oh, is it just this?" I was like, "No, there's story in it too." And it looks like it's going to be good. All right. So the first one I also got the Curse Library, and then because I do have so many kiddos in my life, and at least 2 of the kiddos are completely obsessed with the series, I got Spidey and the Amazing Friends and his Amazing Friends. I do like it's all of them. That's adorable. And then the special, this was the manga one. It was Animal Crossing with a story with Kirby. This is the one I'm most excited about for this year, but Shadow Man, The Dark Legacy. Oh, with EXO in it too.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I got that one.
This one, I went in early so that way I could get that one. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Please get it. From Aftershock, there was Seismic Stories with a story from Animosity. And Animosity ended a few years ago. This was one of the side stories that they didn't get a chance to add to like the collector's edition that they got.
Which I have never read Animosity, and that one made me be like, huh.
Oh, it's beautiful.
My little heart, my little crow heart. This story is for the birds. I don't like it, but I love it.
You're gonna suffer, but you're gonna like it. And then this is Clark and Lex. It looks like that was when they were teens with a fan club. This was 2 stories in here of the Batman squad. Spider-Man and Venom, plus there was a special news story that was kind of previewed in this book as well. A new Lois Clark book, Girl Taking Over. This is a teen book, and it's about Lois, and I want to say it was like her early teen or her early 20s. She just finished school. Marvel Voices was out, and I think it was I can't remember if there was like 3 or 4 stories in here. Oh no. Street Fighter was the other manga one they put out.
Oh yeah, I did grab that one.
Nice. Uncanny Avengers. This is a new storyline that they're putting out. I can't remember if number 1 had come out yet or if this was kind of like a preview of number 1. I also got the Dawn of DC. Night Terrors. I'm so excited about that.
I'm actually really excited for like what the terrors are for everyone.
Red Sonja had a book come out. Star Trek featuring Day of Blood Prelude. Look how crazy this looks. So good.
Yeah, which I did like what I saw from that. I super skimmed it.
This is Battle Quest Comics. I hadn't had a chance to get into it yet, but it looks like there was like 4 previews in here. I think that's what it kind of looked like when I was flipping through. I always mess up the name, so I'm just going to show it to you guys. Parediverse, I want to think is what it says. The art on the inside looks like the same on the outside, and I was like, oh, that's beautiful. I need it. Monkeys fighting robots.
I think it would be Parediverse.
Oh, yeah. Thorn from Advent Comics. I really like they did a lot of the indie books. They did a lot of indie companies for Free Comic Day this year. I also got the new Jeff Lemire book, Fish Flies.
I'm really excited for that one, honestly.
Too. And then Animal Castle Volume 2, number 1. I know I have the number 1, but I also wanted this one because there's special stuff in the back of it, like some extra art. The Umbrella Academy is coming back, ladies and gentlemen. This felt like it was a side story that was going on. And also there was a preview for The Witcher in there. And then, of course, I had to get the Dogman also because I love Captain America. It's like stirring up the memories. Oh, I know this one ran out really early in the day.
Oh, I didn't even see that one.
Yeah, we didn't have a whole lot come in, and I'm so glad I got it because I have all the other Nightmare Before Christmas comics. And then there was a huge anniversary. I can't remember what actual anniversary it was for the Smurfs. It was like a lot of years. Hold on, let me see what it says. Since 1958. It says it there. So they released a nice little one. This one I think is going to be the biggest and most hardest one to find because the new series isn't out. So this is like a preview of the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series coming out. Meg Cadets looks interesting, and it's been announced as a show that's going to be premiering, and I think it says it on here, in August. All of the kiddos I know were asking for this, so I had to grab it. Investigators.
Man, they just need to invest in gators.
And then the last book I got was from Dark Horse. This is Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures, which I think was another book that we started running out of kind of early. So yeah, I got a lot of books. I mean, I got a lot to read. Oh, and also in this one is a preview for a new Avatar: The Last Airbender book.
Yeah,
which
my
I think
favorite
is
Jedi.
nice. I think it's a nice crossover because they both use the different types of like the Force. Avatars just use like nature as their force.
What is the Force but nature?
And then I got this really cool card from one of the cosplayers that was there. Paul Mooney was there in the morning, and he was Obi-Wan. Kylo Ren was there, and then this really awesome family of like Jawas came in later in the day, and that was really cool.
I felt so bad because when I saw them, I could not remember what Star Wars character, like Star Wars species they were. I was just like, I know this is Star Wars. My brain says Ewoks. This is not correct. I know it isn't. Okay, I'm just gonna go clock in, and this is it. I don't know. I'm so sorry.
And they were amazing too. Like,
Yeah, no, they were really cool.
It was a dad and his 2 daughters that were dressed up, and oh my gosh, they had a button that they would push that made them speak in that the voice too. Oh, it was so cool. I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, no, it was really cool. I felt really bad that I was just like, I'm just trying to clock in, dude. I don't know what's happening.
But yeah,
I only know Ewok Adventures and the Star Wars special. That's the Star Wars Christmas special. That's my main thing. I'm sorry.
I know all the movies, and I really like Rogue One. So if you ever get a chance, Rogue One is a prequel to all of them. So
yeah, no, I know what all of them are.
Oh, okay.
I'm fully aware, and I've seen like almost every movie. It's just it hasn't landed with me.
At least you tried, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, no. The Ewok Adventures landed with me. That's where I landed. And then I asked Scotty to beam me up.
And that was that.
Yep.
Well, I mean, since Alfie did say Scotty needs to beam her up, that means she's going to get beamed up at any minute. So I guess that means that is the end of today. I've been Jenna. That's been Alfie. We've been Space Cadets. Thanks for joining us. Catch you next time. Bye.